Hipswitch and Huggledug's Christmas Heist, illustrated by Alex King and written by me over here, Sam Martin, with some help from my nephews, Malachi, Simon, Caleb, and my sons, Liam and Micah. The book is dedicated to them. And since I'm in quarantine and can't read to my kids, and my nephews are up in Canada, I thought I'd read the book to you this way and share it to you in chapter segments. So here we go. Chapter 1. Hipswitch! Huggledug chirped, trying to get the squirrel's attention, but Hipswitch was too busy filling his cheeks with popcorn from the bowl on the Blevins' kitchen table. It was the eve before the eve of Christmas Eve, and Hipswitch the squirrel and Huggledug the chipmunk were raiding the Blevins' premises in an effort to fatten themselves against the coming winter cold. Hipswitch and Huggledug had been friends so long now they were nearly enemies. At least that was Huggledug's opinion. He glared at Hipswitch and chirped again in Bushwizzian, the language of all woodland creatures. "Come on, Hipswitch, the Blevinses will be back any second." Hipswitch mumbled, butter dripping off of his furry, salted lips. "Yes, I know they're humans," Huggledug hissed. "Even if we do hear them coming, you'll never get your puffy cheeks through the hole and into the pipe." "What do you mean I should have widened the hole? You can dig as well as I can. Why do I have to do all of the work?" "Yes, I'm sure the popcorn is very buttery." Huggledug yanked Hipswitch's fluffy tail, "but it's junk food, and it gives you the worst gas." Hipswitch grinned at the chipmunk and let loose a squeaky fart. Huggledug covered his nose with his paws. "You smell worse than Rat-a-tat-tat, and he lives in the Blevins' manure heap." "You heard something, did you? You don't ever hear anything that I'm saying." "Exactly. The humans." Hipswitch swallowed the whole whopping mouthful of buttery popcorn and belched. "The Blevinses are back!" Just then the front door burst open and the Blevins' beastly dog Randolph came roaring into the kitchen and leapt onto the table, snapping his drooling jaws at Hipswitch. But Huggledug bit the dog's slobbery gums, and Randolph yipped, and Hipswitch clawed straight over Randolph's snout, down the dog's back, and squirrel surfed off the pooch's whipping tail, sailing through the air toward the pipe. Randolph turned, nails clattering the tile, and Mrs. Blevins yelled, "Randolph, you dumb mutt, eat a rat!" But it wasn't a rat. It was Hipswitch she saw dashing for the pipe, the dog barreling behind and Huggledug racing between Randolph's paws, chipmunking double quick for the pipe in the wall by the newly installed washer. And as Randolph snapped at Hipswitch's fluffy tail, Huggledug clawed the dog's soft belly. Randolph barked, "Woof!" and looked between his legs, "Woof!" and Huggledug shot past the dog's nipping teeth through the pipe and out the tunnel's outside end. From inside the house, Mrs. Blevins yelled to Mr. Blevins to "Get your gun, Harold, to call the exterminator!"